Okay, apparently we're live. So, hi. If you're watching us, this is Bearded Movie Guy, and we're doing movie commentaries tonight with my friends. And what we do is every week, usually, we look at a movie and. Oh, hold on one second.
Right.
Audio in the background.
Oh, let me see if it's mine. No, it's not mine.
It's mine. Sorry.
Boo.
Technical
So
difficulties, ladies and
unprofessional.
gentlemen.
Right, go
And
on.
and Peter has muted himself, and I don't think he realizes that.
There you go. I'm back. Okay, so this
Right,
started,
start again. Go on.
started great. Yeah, so if you don't know, you probably do if you're watching this, but we do movie commentaries every week on usually on Brian Lomax's channel. We'll get to him in 1 second, but we basically look at a movie and kind of just talk about it like a director or important people in a movie would. And 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 20 weeks ago, it seems, we started the Hannibal series. We all did a review for Manhunter, and then we did Silence of the Lambs on Brian's channel. We did Hannibal on CP's channel from Well Like Reviews. And we did Red Dragon on Lee's channel from Drum Dums. And I got Hannibal Rising, which is the last Hannibal thing, thank God, that there is. And this is my first group hangout I've ever done, so hopefully it's going live and everyone's getting it and we're not crashed already. So basically, I'm going to get these guys to introduce themselves and what their kind of history is with the film in particular. So we'll start with Brian. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, my history with this film is that I watched it 2 days ago. for this show, basically. I literally had no interest in seeing this film just because when it came out, all the reviews were like 1 star, 2 stars, 1 star, 2 stars. So I'm like, yeah, I think I can live without seeing that film. But I had the bright idea of coming up with this thing where we do all the Hannibal Lecter movies, and sometimes that means you have to watch a bad movie.
Or
And hey, you know what? I think it just, sometimes doing bad movies, it makes for an entertaining show here. It doesn't necessarily make the best watch for us, but it makes for an entertaining show sometimes. So yeah, let's see what happens.
All right. Lee, you want to go next?
Sure. I saw this movie when it first came out on DVD, I think. I didn't see it on. And it's just completely forgettable. I think that's the biggest thing. You don't want to tell too much about the monster and go that far back, and I think that was the mistake they made. But we'll get more into that, I guess, when the movie starts. And sometimes it's fun to do commentaries on bad movies, like Brian said. We had a ball with Hannibal, so so yeah, that's my experience.
All right. And last up, we got CP from Like Reviews, and yeah, CP. How many times have you watched this movie?
My history is quite clear. I have none. I'm going in completely dark. Yay.
Thank you and good day, sir.
You get nothing.
Nothing.
I watched this movie on Sunday, and I wish I would have taken CP's idea and not watched this movie. Because I didn't ever want to see this film, and I only watched it because we were doing this. So Brian, you owe us all a little for that one.
Yeah. We've got to watch like Citizen Kane or something next.
And yeah, it's incredibly boring. The thing is, it's not even that it's just bad. It's just boring. And I don't know. Prequels are very hard to pull off. It's mainly because it's like in this one in particular, nothing bad, majorly bad, happens to Hannibal because he's alive in the other movies. So there's very little tension about the film. What's going to happen next is like, is Hannibal going to get away with it? So, but I watched it and I didn't enjoy it, and now we're going to rip it to shreds as much as we can. So if you're watching at home, God bless you. We'll start with that, and we're gonna all start the movie now. We're about 30 seconds in. There's a spider web, so that's where we're starting at. And you guys want to start? We'll say 3, 2, 1. Start it. And yeah.
Spiderweb
On
blown.
3 or 3 and?
Nope, it's gone.
Go on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
Yep,
Or 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
it's gone. So,
Trees.
so
Can
yeah, go
Can I
ahead.
give? I'll give possibly my only positive comment about this film,
Yeah.
which is that it has better cinematography than Red Dragon did.
Yeah, it does
And-
have good cinematography.
Yeah, and I'd say the cinematography on this I actually also prefer over Hannibal, which is quite something given that Hannibal was directed by Ridley Scott and he is a visual director. But in that film, I found even Ridley Scott's stamp to be a little
Do
bit.
you know who his DP was for Hannibal?
I don't, as it happens.
It wasn't. Well, let me check. Yeah. All right, never
I'm
mind.
just glad it doesn't have those quick action scenes like Hannibal does, where it's like a flash. Yeah. Those were annoying.
Yeah, they were kind of annoying.
Like when Hannibal slits the guy's throat,
Yeah, where it
Yeah.
kind of like does a cutaway and
and then the guy's like, "Oh God!"
yeah.
And no douchebag detective.
Is this
in this
Gladiator or Hannibal?
Whoa. Okay.
I don't remember this movie at all.
You're
Good,
not-
we'll be
So-
alike here.
This could be interesting.
I have
So-
an interesting thing happening in the chat. Hold on. Go ahead, Brian.
So basically, this is obviously Nazi occupied wherever the heck this is. I think they're in Poland, but yeah, Hannibal's mother has just stuck something in her dresser drawer, and then in a few minutes' time, we're going to come back to this house when it's occupied by Nazis, and yet the item she put in the drawer is still in there, as if no one the whole time. It's not like she stuck it under the drawer or put it somewhere in a secret compartment in the drawer. She just put it in the drawer. So you're telling me when that thing gets occupied, not one of those Nazi soldiers has checked inside that drawer?
Yeah, well, it's there for like later, right? He finds it when he's in school at the place,
Yeah.
right? So it's even worse. Like is it like a super hidden room or something? Because it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, it's the
but
office, isn't it? It becomes the headmaster's office because he goes
Yeah,
in and speaks to him, and he looks over in the corner at the dresser drawer, and it's like,
yeah. They
so
wouldn't have cleaned those out, I guess. They didn't need that storage space.
just
So what's interesting is John Mathieson was the DP for Gladiator, and he also was the DP for Hannibal,
wow.
Really?
as well as Kingdom of Heaven,
So he obviously likes
Robin
Scott.
Hood, X-Men First Class. So
See, he's a good DP.
Right,
He's a good
right,
DP.
right.
Very nice.
The cinematography on Hannibal it's not that it was bad. It just wasn't exciting, really. It didn't really do anything for me in the way that like Gladiator did.
That guy's mustache, who's about to be shot, is pretty epic, I gotta say.
It was a pretty impressive mustache.
It's a 4-star mustache.
It
Horace
is.
Winnie Grunt.
It is Lithuania, by the way.
Lithuania.
Yeah, I think that's where this starts.
Yeah.
I'm just glad Brian didn't say the one positive thing I have to say about this is the audio is really good because
Yeah. The
That's the one
sound
thing I
mix
can't
is
experience.
incredible. You get to listen to the sound mix. It's really great. Now, is the bad guy here?
Rhys Ifans.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, I'm like,
Yeah.
why is he in
Rhys
this?
Ifans.
He's such a good actor.
Amazing
Hey.
Spider-Man.
Hey, it's a
Yeah.
play on the Godfather, on a line from the Godfather. Kill the Jew, bring me the peasant.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of like the Lee
Also, the guy
Lee
behind
Piccanoli.
him, that's the guy that pops
Like
up
the
in
Green
Rob
Man.
Zombie movies. And also was in Batman Begins. The guy that
Yeah.
Yeah,
killed
played Joe
Batman's
Chill.
parents.
Played
Yeah, Joe Chill.
played Joe
Yeah.
Chill. Yeah.
But he's going to be in 31, the new 31 movie coming up. But he's just a creepy looking dude. See?
The performances in this film are terrible. Even from Rhys Ifans, he's so over the top in this. It's
Yeah. Actor, I was just like, what are you doing in this? Why are you doing this? The whole thing is just, it's terrible.
there's so many scenes in this where it's just Rhys Ifans posturing and just being evil.
Or eating a bird.
Yeah.
Eating
Oh,
a
come
bird.
on, spoiler.
Yeah, it's pretty awful.
Nothing like that grayish twinge to the color.
Oh, that guy looks creepy.
Wait, how far ahead are you?
How far? That's his dad.
Oh, his dad looks creepy.
The guy with the
Is
binoculars?
that, are you talking about the guy with the binoculars?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's his
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, he's been in other things. He's got those creepy eyes.
Yeah, his
Well,
eyes seem to shoot off in different directions.
Yeah,
Hannibal's
it's weird.
dad would be creepy, though, technically, so that makes sense.
That is true. He is Hannibal's
He
father.
did
Yeah.
birth Hannibal.
Yeah. Funny enough, he looks like
Mads
the guy that plays
Mikkelsen.
him in the TV show, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He looks kind of like him.
I feel like we ask this every time, but has anybody watched the series?
No,
Yes.
Brian and Lee did.
I
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Brian, you
Oh,
watched
why-
the first season, though, right? You didn't watch
I watched the first season. I've not seen anything else since.
Yeah, pay attention.
Lee?
Yeah, I saw both seasons actually. It's a
There's
decent
three.
show.
Isn't there 3?
Yeah, there's 3.
I don't know if I've watched the third season or not. I think my wife has watched all of it actually, and yeah, it's a decent show.
It's all right though.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Hannibal seems. The
You like
more
that?
you see of Hannibal, the less interesting he seems.
Yeah, that's the problem. Man.
Like,
Like
it's
Silence
just-
of the Lambs, they showed you just the right amount. of
Yeah.
Hannibal.
And the more,
And
like
then
in
now it's just
Hannibal,
like Hannibal Deluxe, you know?
yeah, like in Hannibal, he was so boring because it was just like, oh, like he's touching her hair, and it's like
Yeah.
he just lost all this mystique that he had.
Yeah, there's
And
Plus
then,
he wasn't behind bars.
yeah, it's there. Even though he was like out there, it's like there was less
Yeah.
menacing.
He was like this caged animal that could just pounce at any time, and luckily we had these bars between him
yeah.
and Clarice. But in the other movies, yeah, he's just out in the open. He's at birthday parties and whatnot. You know, who cares?
Now, do you guys think that these
He's got a part-time gig.
So what? Who
family's
cares?
gonna get killed? Like, actually talking about the movie, the family gets taken out got brought out and has to stand in like a line by. I'm thinking it's the Russians, right?
Stuka.
In the tank.
Yeah.
Were they gonna kill the family? Do you think, or they were just like trying to see who was there? The tank gunner kind of smiles at the kids and is like, he doesn't look like he's like, I'm about to kill your parents. He kind of has that look like, it's okay, don't worry, And then the battle happens and stuff. But I'm like, were they going to kill them?
I think they were probably going to ransack the house, take anything they could,
Yeah.
and move on. But
Were they planning on killing the family? Is the question. I wonder. It's like.
well, I don't think they would have stuck around. To be honest, I think they were just taking what they could and gone. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not really something that's explained, is it?
No, it's like they kind of get killed in the crossfire between him and the plane.
Yeah.
And so it's like it was never quite clear. Were they going to kill the family? Were they just?
It does have really good production value. I will give it that.
Yeah, it's not a bad looking movie. It's like
No, not at all.
the sets are fine and everything else, like stuff like that is fine. It's just the story is so freaking boring.
You know what vibe I get from Hannibal Rising? Have you guys ever seen the movie Perfume?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of a Perfume vibe, but Perfume's a much better movie.
Yeah. It is.
Perfume's
No.
a far better movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, far better. I had to watch that for a class that I took, a college class. One of the assignments we had to watch Perfume. But the third act in Perfume is much different than the third act in Hannibal Rising.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Takes a left turn.
Yeah, Perfume's a much better movie. But yeah, it does kind of have the same look.
That would actually be a good top 5. Like most
Movies that
most
have
effed up left turn third acts. Mulholland Drive, you know.
I just find scenes throughout this film drag on for
It's
much
just kind of
longer than they
stock,
need
you know?
to. Mm. So just get there faster.
Yeah. Because you already know Hannibal.
Yeah.
So they got to give you something else to grab onto, and I think that's the big thing is there's nothing to grab onto. It's just you already know Hannibal. So what else do you got?
Yeah,
You know?
it is one of those things where it's like literally
Yeah.
because he's not. You know he's gonna be fine. Like you know he's gonna live.
Yeah. That's a perfect example, Peter. So you got to have something to support your main idea of a movie. It can't just rest on that idea. It's like The Dark Knight. You had so many things to play with in that. You had the Joker, you had the Batman, you had Harvey Dent.
Please stop putting The Dark Knight in this film. Thank you. That is all.
I'd like to apologize to everybody.
For mentioning The Dark Knight in the same breath with this movie.
My brain shouldn't be processing both films in the same thought. I'm sorry.
That's like the go-to example, though, for everybody. Take The Dark Knight, for instance.
You know, I really love Wally.
It's too easy.
Dark Knight.
Hey, I brought up Perfume earlier, okay?
Yep.
I can check out right now.
Okay, so it's one of the things I hate the Star Wars prequels. I don't like most prequels, but the one thing like in Star Wars prequels, you didn't know exactly what was going to happen. Like certain characters, obviously you knew were like so. It's like Obi-Wan Kenobi, you knew he was going to make it through all the movies.
Oh,
he's in
Ben.
the other ones. But
you mean old Ben Kenobi?
Yes,
old Ben Kenobi.
Yes, no, he's the real Kenobi. Old Ben Kenobi's the real one. But like, you know, obviously it's like you knew he was going to be like. That's why it's like other characters are like Qui-Gon and all those were up for grabs for dying. So there was at least you could put some tension in. Okay, here's my question: when these people are so hungry, where are all the wolves then? They're so desperate for food, yet there's wolves around there, and it's like, 2 days later.
Yeah, grab a bow and arrow.
It's just like, kill the wolves!
Yeah.
Oh, the dog portion of the show.
That's the whole show. Would you guys?
Nope.
Do you find it interesting they didn't use like subtitles at all? They didn't even try.
Yeah,
Like,
that's something that really annoys me.
That is interesting.
They're speaking English, aren't they?
Yeah, everyone's speaking English. It's like they're in Lithuania. Some of them may be German. Some of them, it's like everybody's speaking English. The Russians.
And they've just got those kind of European accents that everyone does when it's like it's not really. It's not localized. You can't tell necessarily where it's actually from. It's just everybody does that same kind of European accent or whatever. It's just
because like Riff Evans is from freaking Wales, so it's like it's just like, but they're all like, they're just putting on the Conrad, it's like that's the Russian. Okay, let's do the German. It's like it's all incredibly basic, but everyone's speaking English and. It's one of those things where I'm like, as much as you're afraid of subtitles, it would probably have been a better film if they'd gotten real actors from maybe those places. But,
I think we're officially film nerds now.
Yeah, I don't know. Worked for Tarantino though.
We said Rhys Ifans was from Wales. Most people wouldn't do that, so.
Well, my dad's from Wales, so.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
that's cool.
My dad's Welsh, so.
That's pretty awesome.
I have the heritage, so I like to bring up
Yeah.
whenever anyone from Wales, because it's such a small place.
Yeah, you can pull out that Wales accent, I bet, can't you?
No.
Or is it Welsh?
I can't.
No.
I can kind of do the accent a little bit, but I can't do anything for the words because I can't roll my R's. And
Yeah.
Welsh language uses double L's and double R's and stuff.
Oh, really?
A lot of.
So if you do have to do a prequel to Hannibal, what do you do? How do you do it? Because
I don't know.
in this film,
You don't do it.
You don't do it.
this is it. It's like, but in this film, despite the horrible things that he does eventually do in it, he's positioned as a hero. Because the guys that he's basically gonna off throughout the movie, this set of guys here, are made so despicably evil that you can only help but cheer for Hannibal killing these guys.
Yeah.
Whereas you look at like the other films, the suggestion there is that actually he's killed innocent people. I mean, he kills one guy just because he plays badly in an orchestra. It's like so. Whereas in those films he kills innocents. He like I say, he's positioned here in almost a heroic way. So it completely changes the character.
Yeah.
They do that a lot. They do that quite often too. And when you first saw Silence of the Lambs, he was clearly a bad guy. He was really interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't like it when they do that. That you got one movie where the guy's the bad guy, and then all of a sudden we got to make him a hero because everybody loves him. Like the Terminator. Terminator 2 was great, but in Terminator 1 he was just completely evil.
Yeah.
He was a robot, but and then Terminator 2, let's make him the good guy. Thank God Terminator 2 is the greatest action movie of all time. But
because if it didn't have that going for it, would.
You don't want imagine if somebody saw their first movie was Hannibal Rising before Silence of the Lambs. So by the time they got Silence of the Lambs, they're like, oh, there's our hero right there behind bars.
Well, it's funny today at the day program I work at, we have a volunteer who's there for 2 weeks, and she is 24 years old, just got her psychology degree, and we were watching The Force Awakens on Netflix, and she goes, "Okay, can you explain the movie to me?" And I went, "Well, it's Star Wars." And she goes, "Which one?" I'm like, "Number 7." And she goes, "How many of them are there?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, have you never seen Star Wars before?" And she goes, "No, never seen anything for Star Wars." And so I'm like, okay. Well, it started with 4, 5, and 6. And she just looked at me like I was crazy. And I'm like, started with 4, 5, and 6, and then we had, it's like 1, 2, and 3, and then and she's like, why would they do that? It's just,
the magic is gone.
And I'm just like, if you are gonna watch it, don't watch 1, 2, and 3 first. It's like whatever you do.
The message of the film is quite clear. All evil can be traced back to Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's it.
Let me drink some of my Nazi pop.
Yeah.
My Nazi soda.
Red Skull from Captain America.
Have you gone past the kids yet? Practicing the Nazi salutes?
That's what they're doing now. They're exercising.
Yeah. They look like they're practicing Nazi salutes.
I don't know who this kid is that's playing Hannibal, but he's not a good actor.
Oh, it's terrible.
Bootleg Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
No, I'd say
Andy Samberg.
I'd say a bootleg Brian Johnson, because...
Who's Brian Johnson?
Of AC/DC?
Of AC/DC?
No, he was in... is it Cobra, the Sly Stallone film?
Huh.
Yeah, I guess I said... Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Discount Brian Johnson.
Discount Brian Johnson, big time. He played the alien bounty hunter in X-Files, for anyone who watched X-Files.
Let's bleed, pig.
Dude just shoved a fork in his hand.
Hannibal's such a badass.
Except he's not, and that's the thing, right?
I know, right? Just imagine if this is the first movie you'd ever see with Hannibal. You'd just be like, yeah, he's my hero.
I'd be like, yeah, he's such a boring character. It's like,
Yeah, and he's boring.
it's,
They made how many of these movies?
yeah. Like, I don't know.
12.
I look at this guy and I just do not see Hannibal, like Anthony Hopkins Hannibal. Like, it's
Nope.
For a start, Anthony Hopkins Hannibal had a deep southern kind of accent going.
Yeah.
And this guy's Lithuanian.
Lithuanian. Why did they choose to set
and he's dreamy.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
not an ugly kid comparatively.
Hannibal shouldn't be
Like,
dreamy. Come on.
Hopkins is not the most
Quite easy
prettiest
on the
man.
eyes,
Let's be
this one.
honest. It's I just don't see, like, throughout his whole performance. It's not just the way he looks, right? Because I've seen people give really good performances that don't look like the guy
you
they're
get that
supposed
frame
to be.
rate thing.
Yeah,
There's just no connective tissue, is there?
No,
There's
there
connective
isn't.
frame
tissue.
rate.
It's not the guy we saw in Silence of the Lambs.
Good catch,
It's
CP.
not.
What happened?
The frame rate thing. You were right. They did it.
That trailing bullshit.
What the hell? That should be banned from Hollywood.
It really should. It's
It
like
really
something
should.
students do, isn't
It
it?
serves
Students
no purpose.
It's the kind of thing that you see in student films because they don't quite understand how to use the editing
Yeah.
program.
We should ask Tyrell if he's done it.
Well, it looks cool. That's really it.
But it doesn't.
Yeah, like if you're high and you're perceiving.
It's only
Hollywood
effective
looks
if
really
you do
good.
every scene of the movie in that way.
Well, like seriously, if you want to show that, like, you do like a POV shot and the guy is stoned or something, that's where it kind of works. But unfortunately, it gets abused for other things. Like, how else would you have somebody like trailing and shadowing? Like, why would that? Why does that make sense?
It doesn't. It's
Right.
stupid.
So if you,
I just want to throw this out there. We've
Go
got
ahead.
another hour and 40 minutes.
I know, and I don't
Yes.
know what we're going to talk about because, yeah. Other than when he puts the mask on, which you're like, that's the dumbest foreshadowing ever.
Oh, man.
It's like, really? 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 You're going to put the mask on? Really? Okay, you did it. You're an
Wow,
idiot.
this movie's 2 hours and 10 minutes. I should kill something.
I know.
What?
And then eat it with fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Director.
This film should have been an hour and 40 minutes. Peter Weber directed this. I'm pretty sure Peter Weber's an actor.
That would maybe explain it.
Well, Peter Berg's a
I was going to say,
actor,
Peter Berg's
director,
not that bad of a director, though.
even though he made Battleship.
I didn't
Peter
mind
Berg directs
Battleship,
this?
I'll be honest. Battleship is way better than this film.
Yeah. I didn't know Peter Berg directed this.
He
No,
directed.
Peter,
No, he
Peter
didn't.
Weber directed
He
this.
didn't. That's how.
Oh, okay.
That's how bad
Peter-
rumors get started. It's my fault.
Peter Berg directed Battleship. And
Lone
again,
Survivor
I'm not a
was
big
good.
Peter Berg
I
fan.
don't hate Battleship. I don't.
Lone Survivor was
Really?
good.
Yeah, I like Lone Survivor.
Oh,
Did
Lone
Friday
Survivor.
Night Lights as well.
Again,
Yeah.
I agree with. I think it was Brian said. Why would they name it that? Why would you name a movie Lone Survivor? And it kind of takes some of the drama out of the movie. You're like, are they all four guys gonna make it back? I don't know. The movie's called Lone Survivor.
They should have picked a different name.
It's like you could have called it anything. Why would you call it that?
They should have called it Two Survivors.
The thing is, the operation.
Yeah.
They can't like this. The operation
yeah.
that they go on. It's like Operation Red something.
Yeah.
That would have been the perfect name for the film. But instead, Lone Survivor. All right.
Or
Only one of these guys.
Question mark Survivor would have been better because then we don't know. It's like, then you don't know who's gonna live. But, you know, it's
Survivor?
Like, yeah.
Question mark?
Survivors? Question mark. That would have been better. It's, you know,
How about Survival?
yeah, survival. That would have been.
Mm.
It's like there's so many things they could have done that didn't give it away in the title. It's like,
how about Where the Bleep is Our Backup?
yeah.
I was just going to say that. How about WTF is going on?
We're surrounded, like seriously.
How about
Oh,
don't let
man,
the
this-
kid go back?
How about Where's the Bathroom?
Yeah, that's good too.
So this guy,
Where in the
Peter.
bathroom starring Mark Wahlberg? I'd pay to see
Sorry,
that.
Brian.
Go ahead, Brian.
This guy Peter Weber, who directed this film. He also did Girl with a Pearl Earring.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't
Necklace?
good.
That's Scarlett Johansson, right?
You sure it was a necklace?
Eh?
Different movie, CP. Different movie.
CP, I love you.
I didn't say anything bad. I was just
Oh, that
making
was
sure
funny.
the title,
Jesus, Peter's got a dirty mind.
Oh, I do.
What are you guys talking about? Because I got no idea. Right now.
Something more interesting than Hannibal Rising.
Pearl necklace. I was thinking of Batman.
Right. Okay.
My mother's pearls. I love how he just gets across like Europe with no problems.
Yeah.
In the
It's
cold.
like they do all that and then just like montage across Europe. He's looking at a
Just
picture of his aunt.
Yeah.
It's like, you never see him have to eat. He's just, no problem.
He's killing like bummies and stuff.
He's traveling by map. He's doing the map.
They should have had a scene in here where paint dries.
Yeah,
You get to watch it.
that would have been more entertaining.
Staring at grass.
That's my favorite scene. And then there's like the flash photography as the paint's drying.
By the way,
Frame rate.
my chat is the least talkative chat of anyone's chat.
That's because they're in shock
I
right
will
now
say,
because of
no.
Hannibal Rising.
Yeah, it's Patrick, and that's it. My friend Serge, and if you guys watched any of my earlier videos, when I started out, I used to put movie posters behind me, and a guy named Serge, who was one of the managers. Okay. Is your dog barking because of the dog's barking on the TV?
He's barking at the dog on the screen.
Even
Hey,
your
buddy.
dog doesn't believe the acting of the dogs.
Yeah. Hey, at least somebody was moved.
Anyway, Serge is the guy that got me my posters. He was a manager of the movie theater in Pickering. And he got me my poster. But then he moved, and now he's the manager in a place that's about 45 minutes away. But he was in the chat. He saw that we were doing this, and so he stopped in and said hi. So that's cool.
Hi, Serge.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still watching, but I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, or no, probably about a year. I guess because I've only been doing this 2 years.
I haven't seen a couple of years. I mean, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, dude, shut up. You forgot we were doing this week. So.
Can I just Gong Li, who is in this, is I know you guys aren't that familiar with her, as we kind of pointed out last week. But she was one of the primary reasons for me wanting to watch this.
Now she's in what? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right?
No.
No, what's she in? What's she in?
She was in a lot of films by Zhang Yimou, who directed like House of Flying Daggers.
Oh, okay.
So she was in Curse of the Golden Flower.
Okay, I've seen that. That's a good movie.
She's in Memoirs of a Geisha, 2046, and then like a load of early films by Zhang Yimou, where she was really good, like a proper spot on actress. Yeah, great actress. But yeah,
she's given nothing to do in this for most part.
She's not given anything to do with this at all. But she's actually 42 years old in this.
Wow. You wouldn't know it. She looks like. But then again, it's racist to say in some ways, but I know many Asians that all talk about the fact that they don't age all that
I was
much
just
until-
going to say, what is her character doing in Europe during World War II?
Yeah, I know, World War II. It's like he married a Japanese girl. But, you know.
Yeah, a Japanese girl being played by a Chinese girl.
Yeah.
That's
She is playing a Japanese girl, though, right? Because they're like the old samurai thing.
Playing Japanese, but she's Chinese.
But she's actually Chinese.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
$3 for $1.
Thank you.
Hoarder, you came
Yeah,
to the wrong place.
She's a fine, she's a good actress. It's just she has nothing to do.
Wait. Blu-ray Hoarder says he was sent for some Pokemon. Unfortunately, Hoarder, all we have in this room are the Borazords.
And Cocoa Pebbles cereal.
Okay. commence with movie talk.
I've been messing with my daughters about, like, every time I go to take a photo of them outside, I said, "Hey, look, there's a wild Mara Jade." He's like, "Daddy, stop it." That's the best part of having kids, CP. You get to mess with them.
Yeah, no.
That they make your lunch when you're going on an outing at work.
It's everything else that I really don't want to invest myself in.
Guys,
You need that whole other adult to make one.
What, Brian?
have a guess. What do you think? What rating do you think this has got on IMDb?
Oh, it's like 4.
7.5.
5.6.
6.2.
What?
Ah.
Who has been watching this and thought it was a good movie?
Wow.
Because
The director, his family.
his family are like, "You did good, son. You did really good."
86,000 votes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So 60% of the audience that saw Hannibal Rising have never seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, apparently.
Basically, ever since this was made, the director and his family have just been making fake accounts every day. And
Just every 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm making a new one.
Now, it's the one thing this movie has going for it, other than the cinematography, is it has the opposite of Hannibal. It has a very undouchebag cop.
Yeah.
The cop in this, played by Dominic West, I believe.
Yeah.
Is an interesting character somewhat. And actually, I thought they were going to use him more than they did.
What's interesting is the character Potsy. During this movie, he's still alive.
Actually, he's probably not born yet. Actually,
Yeah.
I guess he'd be born by now.
This person gave it an 8. I've heard a lot of reviews saying it's a bad movie. I disagree! Exclamation point. I don't know if any of these people have read any of the books, but I love the movie. Given it seems like Thomas Harris wrote the book strictly for the movie, but I felt like this movie was made to have people understand how Lecter the monster was created. So that's an 8? Oh, well then yes, I agree. 8. You create a monster, you get an 8.
Yep.
Thomas Harris may be able to write a book, but he sure as hell can't write a script. Because he wrote the script for this.
Oh.
He wrote the script based on his own book.
That's the thing. Everyone's been like, the new Harry Potter movie. J.K. Rowling wrote the script. I'm like, we don't know if she can write a script. We have no clue if she can write a script. Maybe she can't.
Two completely different things. They should have got Steve Kloves back for that, I think. But we'll see what happens.
They should have made a whole movie about Voldemort and how he was a hero.
8, 8, 10, 8, 3, 7, 7, 10, 8, 8.
Who the
4,
freak gives this movie a 10? And what
8.
movies have they seen?
This is weird. Oh, here's some 1s, 2s, 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, 1, 5, 1, 10, 4. I can't Indaba.
It's like they have him have a Japanese relative just for the sole purpose that they can have these training scenes where he learns sword fighting skills. It's just they're turning him into some kind of Bond action hero.
Yeah.
He's got all the training and it's
Selling tickets to those Asian territories.
Yep. Marketing.
I see these masks and I can't help but think of Kung Pao. Into the fist.
Yeah, I know.
And the
when he's
close-up
on the ground and they're just beating him for 5 minutes.
Or when they zoom in the close-up and they just make that noise over and over again. Wing, 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 wing.
Yeah, I think they gave him a Japanese just purely so he could put the mask on and stand there for the poster. That was purely it. It was just
Chosen one.
Never make it, ever make it, ever.
Chosen one.
Did you guys see how they spelled Japanese in the subtitles?
Does your pussy run crossways? What's going on here?
Is that Peyton Oswalt?
No.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh.
It's not even discount Patton Oswalt.
Yeah. That's free, Peyton Oswalt.
It's discount Patton Oswalt.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to stop doing that now. Just a quick sidebar. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. No movie has ever made me laugh so hard.
Did you just?
And yet
I love
be
the way
so
you said
stupid.
that. Then you just went co-pilot fizz.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Co-pilot fizz.
Have you seen Kung Fury, Lee?
Yes, I have.
Like,
Very similar.
Yeah.
No,
God, I love that movie. I just love that movie.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
Co-pilot fizz.
I showed that to my daughter, and she hated it,
Really?
as she should have.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Have you been drinking tonight, Lee?
No, not at all. Just high on life.
Yeah.
High life and not on Hannibal Rising.
Yeah.
Lee is not rising in any way.
Well, CP said Kung Pao, and that set me off. Oh God, that movie! I could think about that movie and just start laughing.
Co-pilot fizz.
Yeah, Kung Pao fit. Never make it, ever make it, ever.
This drink was brought to you by Mopar.
Nice. Man, those residuals are just gonna come rolling in now.
Yep. It's like, he mentioned us. We've been waiting this whole time.
They've been waiting for us.
Yeah. Just like any day now.
Oh God, this movie's stupid.
Look at all the cutbacks. Like, it's
Yeah, they just did the
flashbacks are terrible.
quick
Oh, here we
flash
go.
photography.
Here we go. Are you up to the mask yet?
No.
Oh, he's just about to put it on. Tell me when he's putting the mask on.
Okay.
It's just why?
It's literally like this. I think that's the only reason she's Japanese. Okay, he's just about to put the mask on. He's looking at it. It's just like.
Oh, it's Batman Begins.
Yeah. Here you go. He's putting the mask on. There you go, Brian. Yeah, I literally think it's like, and here's me wearing the mask. Look,
He held it up like that.
foreshadowing.
Even though he had never even like heard of the mask before Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
It's so snug and perfect too.
Yeah, I know.
It looks ridiculous.
And why would he wear a mask? The only reason he had a mask was to guard his mouth in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no
What if it was a
And the
clown,
way he
like a
looks into
clown
the
mask with
camera.
like the big rainbow hair?
Like, we're
That'd be
supposed to
great.
expect now that, like, if you watch Silence of the Lambs after this, and you're like, well, he's wearing that mask, he's flashing back to standing in his aunt's basement going, who knew that this was coming? It's really...
It's like Jack Black and Patton Oswalt had a baby. And put him in a time machine and sent him back
Why
to
are
the
you saying
1920s.
Oswald? Oswald.
Oswald.
Oswald. Yeah.
Always
Michael
one.
Myers.
I like how he's only got, like, one button done up on his shirt.
It's just
Very stylish.
literally everyone that Hannibal kills in this, they have to make despicable in every
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, the worst human being ever.
Yeah,
Like an anti-horror movie.
Clearly, this guy deserves to be killed.
clearly with that hair and that belly, it's just like.
Would you?
And insanely unattractive.
Why can't I get a would you by the van? Would you?
Would you?
Would you?
Get him, Hannibal. You're my hero.
Yeah. Would you kill that butcher who's just, you know...
He's saying the P word a lot.
You might as well put him in tights and put an S on his chest or something.
Oh, he said Jap pussy runs crossways.
He should have a bat symbol on his...
Oh, now we got a little...
Yeah.
We've got some shenanigans. Oh,
Yeah.
he's been cut.
I love how it's like he's cutting him, but just barely. Like,
Yeah.
Really.
Hmm.
The size of that knife, though. Sword, whatever they call it.
It's a sword.
Is that a real Hotaru Hanzo?
No, it is not.
I'm just not convinced at all by the
At all.
performance of this guy.
No.
He looks like someone playing in school playground or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no menace to his performance at
No.
all.
There's no anything to his performance.
No.
I want to know the people that he beat out.
Yeah, I know.
What
I
was the
can't- I can't help-
decision there?
I can't help but think of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 when I see this.
Maybe he beat
Yeah.
out Rob Zombie. I would have rather see Rob Zombie play Hannibal. That would've
Playing
been-
way too much about Michael Myers. I can never say that now.
Yeah. Now you're like, I have to say it this way. I don't have a choice.
This is sad. I
couldn't
can never
possibly
say
it
that.
properly. Michael Myers.
I'll just say Myers.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Bad guy from Halloween.
So Thomas Harris writes this screenplay based on his own book.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that maybe he was thinking that if this was successful, he'd kind of disregard the other Hannibal Lecter movies that had been made,
Yep.
and then kind of make them the way he wanted to make them, so to speak?
Why, was he not happy with Silence of the Lambs?
I don't think it's that he wasn't
No,
happy.
he just
but-
wants money. You know?
Well, it's
Frank-
just in like this film, regardless of how bad it is more faithful to his source material, isn't it? Because he wrote it.
Well, his source
Um,
material is not that good then.
Well, this is, that's true. No, that's true. But it's just like the character of just the heritage and all that lot. Whereas, like, obviously in Silence of the Lambs, like I say, he's proper like Southern American. So
Yeah. I
I feel like Thomas Harris was maybe saying, actually, we'll put things in here that kind of hark back to those other films because that's what people know about Hannibal Lecter.
again, why would Hannibal Lecter have a southern accent, though?
I know.
If he's from Lithuania.
Yeah.
And again, another actor from Wales, Anthony Hopkins. So,
Really?
I just know them all.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got like one more I can tell you, but he's it's not. He was born in Wales, but he didn't live there very long, which was Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale,
Christian Bale was from Wales.
Wales, but not really. He doesn't consider himself a Welshman. But he's born there, so they get to claim him. Now, if the chef didn't tell him about the cheeks, is that then set him down a different path
Oh, man.
where he doesn't maybe start eating people the same way? Like, I understand he's eating them because they ate his sister, but yeah, I don't know.
It's just stupid.
Like, I don't. At the end of this movie, right? You see, CP doesn't know obviously, but at the end of this movie, right? Like, he kills the last guy, walks away. Spoiler warning if you haven't seen it. Don't you get the feeling that Hannibal could have just gone on with his life at that point and like,
Yeah.
like not that I'm gonna go turn into a psycho killer for the rest of my life. Like, he doesn't. You don't get that feeling from the guy.
He's
No.
already there. He's already.
Yeah, but he's like he only has a reason
the
for killing
feeling
these
I
people.
don't get. The feeling I don't get from him is that he would continue down this line of cannibalism. For a start, it's like it's the crime that was perpetrated against his sister, which he was rebelling against to begin with.
Hannibal
So
gave
why-
the Asian girl head. He did. Am I wrong?
What did you say?
Plate.
Yeah, he gave her.
A head, yeah, he gave her.
Yeah,
a
a
head.
head.
On a plate, he presented it as
That's
if
not
it
a
were
way
like.
to get ahead in life.
Very nicely. How come she's not more upset about the sword being touched?
Yeah.
Like, if she's all like, oh, my Japanese ancestor, blah, blah, blah. Why are you even, like, usually it's like, don't touch the sword. You're not even supposed to look at it.
He looks like Crispin Glover.
He does!
Yes,
That's
yes.
what- exactly, Lee. Good
Yes.
job.
It just hit me.
If you know what,
Give me
I
a-
would have preferred Crispin Glover in this role. That would have been better.
Crispin Glover would have been great.
As like a young Crispin Glover would have been
Yeah.
much better at this than this guy.
You're
It
my
still would have sucked, but
destiny. I mean, destiny.
Yeah.
Do they like he stays this young age throughout the whole movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think the main problem with this is they go too far back. Like
Yeah. Well, they go to his childhood.
yeah,
Literally.
like
It's
why not just have it be like, maybe 10 years
Yeah.
before what happens
Or
in
before Red Dragon. And
the
stuff.
other movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like
thing
this
is,
is too
my problem with it is that Hannibal Lecter, throughout all the other films, he's always been an intellectual character. I've always felt that the reasons for his cannibalism lie in some kind of intellectual
Yeah.
philosophy on life, whereas it's not like that in this film. It's literally
No.
it's about vengeance. It's about childhood trauma.
Yeah.
It's like he needs to be going to see a shrink rather than becoming a shrink.
Yeah.
And it's just like I would envision it more like when you see Red Dragon and Will Graham kind of sees all those books on cooking and it's like different kind of Eastern philosophies and things like that. You kind of get the sense that he'd be the type of guy that has resorted to cannibalism because he believes in, I don't know, that he's taking on a part of someone's spirit or something, just something like that. You'd feel like there was some kind of more intellectual idea behind it, not just this like, childhood trauma,
Well, yeah.
vengeance.
Right. Like he finishes this film. He's gotten all the people that he needs to. Why does he continue to be a cannibal? Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like he was doing it out of revenge for his sister. Once that's done, he has no actual reason. So it's like you could say, well, he liked it, he got used to it, he likes it, but it's just like
He got the taste for it.
yeah, but it just doesn't. Again,
Nice one, Brian.
he kills a freaking
Got the
guy
taste
in
for
the.
it.
Got the taste
He
for
kills,
it.
he kills the flute player, like flutist in the orchestra because he was playing bad. It's like he makes a big moral jump from I'm going to kill bad people to I'm going to just kill anyone who I think is annoying and offends me or is like offending the culture.
Yeah.
What's this actor's name that you see him in like everything? He was in 300.
Dominic West.
What is it?
Dominic West.
He looks like
Dominic
Julia
West.
Gulia's husband or boyfriend.
Who's Julia Gulia?
The wedding singer.
yeah,
Oh, okay. No, he doesn't. Oh,
Doesn't he?
no.
Looks like it.
I don't know.
a little bit. He's not. He was also
Have you
in The
guys-
Wire.
I was gonna say if like I know CP hasn't seen The Wire. I'm just watching The Wire for the
The
second
Wire.
time.
Wasn't he Jigsaw in Punisher Warzone?
I don't know. No, he was not.
I know he was
What?
Sandra Bullock's.
No, he
drunk-
wasn't.
He was
Sandra Bullock-
Jigsaw in Punisher Warzone.
He was not.
He was.
He plays in
Are
every
you
third
looking, are
movie
you
that you watch.
looking at it, or are you just remembering it?
I'm remembering it.
Then no, he's not.
Right.
Look,
I'm-
look it
Punisher.
up. I guarantee you.
The
he's not.
Affair.
I guarantee you it is.
Okay,
The Affair.
I don't know.
I
I don't
guarantee
think
you
so.
it is. Dominic West, Punisher Warzone. There you go. He played
Yep.
Jigsaw in Punisher Warzone.
There you go.
He's also Sandra Bullock's.
Maybe
drunk
I'm thinking of a
boyfriend.
different guy in Punisher. Are we talking about the guy who gets? Oh, wait a minute. Are we talking about the guy who gets like all?
Angled up. The main villain. The main villain in
Really?
Punisher Warzone, yeah.
That's another one I don't remember at all. I saw it
Yeah,
one
I
time.
vaguely remember. Other than the Punisher hanging upside down, spinning, or shooting, which you would never do, I don't remember. I was like, the Punisher would never do
Other
that.
than utter
That makes
stupidity,
that
I don't
makes
remember.
zero tactical sense whatsoever.
Just to look cool. Yeah, but it
I'm gonna
looks cool.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fall down from the ceiling, upside down, spin around, and shoot people. Yeah, because that's exactly what the army guys would do.
What'd you guys think of the original Punisher?
Which one?
Well, no, I guess not the Dolph Lundgren one.
Are you
but
talking
the,
about Dolph Lundgren or
Thomas Jane?
I like the Thomas Jane one. It's a western.
Yeah,
I
I think it's overrated.
I like it. I don't love it. I just like it. I think I like.
I just don't like that he's not. I hate that he's in Miami. Like,
Yeah, but that's based on a story. Like that's based on a legit story.
I wanted
I
to
think
see him in
he's-
sewers, you know.
He's
New
in
York.
Tampa. He's in Tampa. He's not in Miami. But
Yeah, I don't want my Punisher movie in Tampa.
well, that's where the comics.
Does he stop by the Dairy Queen to get a scoop while he's there?
That's where the comics set it. So
The
it's
best Punisher movie is the short film called Dirty Laundry.
yes, it is. when that's Thomas Jane, right?
So,
Like
yeah,
Thomas
yeah.
Jane did that by himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'll
he
have to look
basically.
into
It's,
this.
the,
Oh, you
it's
haven't seen
directed
it?
by
No.
Oh,
it's directed by the guy who did the Power Rangers bootleg
yeah,
movie thing. He's done a few, but
yeah.
one of the first
It's
ones
like
he
a
did was the
10-minute
Dirty
short
Laundry one.
where he's totally like crime's happening and he's ignoring it, and then like it just gets to a point where he just can't take it and just goes and beats guys down really badly.
Yeah.
It's just like it's literally the most Punisher thing you'll ever see.
It's
Wow.
on
Was it
YouTube.
after the movie?
No, yeah, it's set after the movie.
Came after the
Oh,
movie.
He's clearly playing the Punisher from the
Yeah,
Punisher.
he's a good Punisher as a character, as a
yeah,
person.
he is.
Yeah, but I just didn't like Tampa.
I like the movie. Yes, it could have been better, and yes, it would have been cooler.
What if the movie was called Punisher Tampa?
Tampa Punisher.
You get where I'm going.
Oh yeah, I totally get where you're going, and I agree with you. It would have been better if it was set in New York.
Total boner move.
But it's just that's where the comics set it. So
Yeah.
or the comics set it in like that kind of place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tampa.
So how are you enjoying Hannibal Rising? CP?
I'm loving it every second.
CP, what do you think? CP's not even watching.
Yeah.
CP's lost in the film. He's
CP,
he's
wake
really
up.
engaged with it.
No, I'm up. I'm up.
See, this is why it's best to watch it beforehand. Even though
No.
I totally understand for not watching this beforehand.
Oh, there's the flash cuts again.
Yeah.
The scar on his cheek, is that like...
I guess it's just him,
That's just the actor.
the actor, and they're like, screw it. Hannibal would have had a scar on his cheek, sure.
He gets it fixed later.
Yeah, he gets it fixed when he's in America, when he's in the South for a while.
Yeah. Because in future
he
films
fixed
he
it
would
with
have
the
known
accents.
like magic and stuff, so he would have fixed it. He probably would have came upon a wizard or something.
Memory is a knife. It can hurt you.
Yeah.
Great writing right there.
Oh man, that's such bad dialogue.
It is. It's just, you're such a better actress. Why are you saying that? Don't be like that. And like this story between the two of them, like is just
Enthralling.
it's weird. It's just, listen, if you're gonna have something, have something. If you're not like just don't stop it. It's just like I understand he's your nephew, but that's by marriage, and just let it, like get it over with.
It's just nothing there, is there?
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's so boring.
I'm looking for something. I can't find it.
Like again, the only character that interested me was the police officer, because Dominic West is a good actor, and the police officer, he talks about the fact that he lost his family during the war, and so there's parts of the movie where I actually thought he might have sided with Hannibal, where he actually might have at first he's like, listen, if you kill anyone in France, you get the guillotine. But then, later, you could kind of see, I'm like, I don't know, is he gonna side with Hannibal, walk in and see him killing people, and go, just go, get out of here. It's like it's all right. But it kind of they throw away the character. He's not really used to any real potential.
Well, I heard behind the scenes, Dominic West, he asked the director for motivation. And the director told him to not be a douchebag.
Don't be a douchebag cop. That's all we're hoping for here. Can you not be a douchebag cop? And he's
not
like,
be
yeah.
a douchebag.
I used up all my douchebaggery.
I think I could play that.
I used up all my douchebaggery in 300. So sure, I can do that.
He's not Potsy.
If you haven't seen The Wire, I strongly suggest you watch The Wire.
Yeah, The Wire's a good show.
He is great in The Wire.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I convinced my wife to start watching it, and we're almost on the first season. And it's like I've seen it before, and it's worth seeing.
Yeah, it's a good show.
He's really good in it.
I've heard people say The Wire is like one of the greatest shows ever.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, but to me it doesn't compare to Breaking Bad, but it's still really good.
I don't know. I didn't like Breaking Bad, but to me it's an incredibly solid show that's really it's got a ton of characters, but Everyone gets kind of like, it tells an overall.
It does have great
story.
characters.
It's got a, like, you know, there's certain characters like Omar, which are just like the best characters HBO's ever come up with.
CP, have you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Yes. Yes.
Good
Actually,
show, huh?
Sure. I feel like
Okay.
it gets better towards the end. It's one of those.
Yeah. Season 5 is like the greatest season of TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, CP was trying to convince me to watch. He's like, just watch it, make it to season 5, and I'm like, I can't make it all the way through that. Just to
Peter,
see
I thought you
season
said you
5.
watched it all. Peter,
No,
trust me.
I gave up Breaking Bad after the first season.
Oh my God.
I couldn't do it.
I feel so sad right now.
I tried telling him, Lee.
Yeah, he tried. Trust me, I
Better
just
than the
Trust
last.
me. Season 4, Season 5. Oh,
I couldn't. The character just annoyed me. I couldn't.
wow.
I couldn't stand behind him.
Tragedy.
So I know there's a few
So
shows
good.
like that. Sopranos are the same thing. I couldn't.
And you know, it's a funny thing, and CP will probably back me up on this. After you watch the whole thing, you'll actually go back and enjoy the early seasons more.
You're a liar. I back none of that up. No.
I thought I was
That's not
supposed to
true.
speak for you, CP.
Yeah, no, it's dead on. Every season you're like, oh, well, the season before it was good, but the one after is even better. The one after is even better. You like 2, 3's even awesome. Even
If you're going to do a TV show, that's the way to do it. Make every season better than the last.
yeah, that's the way it should be.
Yeah. But if you're Peter, you're going to go ahead and give up on the first season.
Give up on the first season. Couldn't do it. I can
Short
tell you.
attention
I'll tell you later why, Lee. I'll tell you. I have a reason.
Okay.
CP, check out
cliffhanger.
chat.
I've told you, CP. Shut up. It's just one of those things. I just
check our chat.
what? Who's in our chat?
Not on the live broadcast. I mean ours.
Oh, our personal chat. Yeah.
Oh.
If you are looking at our chat, Pat says this should be called Hannibal versus the Nazis.
I'll type who won.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a winner.
That's a winner right there.
Juice by
Never.
Brian. Juice by Brian. Juice by Brian. Whoa. Guys, nothing?
The flashbacks in this movie are just brutal.
Brutal.
Like,
Yeah, they're doing the same. I was just joking when I said I hope they don't do what they did in Hannibal. But they're
Deleted
doing
frames, frame rate, fun. Ooh, it's all
it. It's time for frame rate fun.
blurriness. I like it. Let's delete every other frame and make it look really cool.
Yeah, this is going to be cool.
I hear all the good directors are doing that nowadays.
It's David Fincher all over. He looks just like Crispin Glover. It's crazy. It's uncanny.
It is funny. I think I missed this little part when I was watching it Sunday because I fell asleep.
Did you fall asleep during each frame that they took out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did miss this part on Sunday. I was like, I don't remember this. I think I fell asleep during it
Oh, this is the best part of the movie.
because it just bored me so much.
Death by boredom.
Yeah.
There's just nothing interesting going on.
Like, that's the thing. It's like I've watched lots of dramas where, like, it's slow, but I'm like, there's nothing. I don't know what it is about this movie in particular, but it's so boring. It's just nothing is compelling.
Yeah, there's certain movies like that, I guess. It just it looks like on the page it could be interesting, but it's just not. No, it's not even interesting on the page.
Watch out. Have you got young Hannibal walking through the snow yet?
Yeah, he's
I gotta
just
keep dying.
he just fell down and got picked up by a soldier.
Oh man, that bit where he falls down is hilarious because the performance by the child is so bad.
He
You
just
see him
did it,
literally
yeah.
just rolling. Yeah, it's like, oh, look at me acting. There we go.
Yep.
I'm
You
an
know-
actor.
You need
What
a
an
plop
actor.
sound effect.
Look at me, Mom. Look at me.
No,
I'm an
there's
actor.
Shirtless Hannibal. That's what we all want to see.
If you don't think he's like this Hannibal, just think back to Manhunter Hannibal, and he's even less.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
like,
Brian Cox.
he's even worse not being Brian Cox if you're trying to compare to that Hannibal.
Yeah, that's like the worst Hannibal to be.
I
Looks
like
wise.
Brian Cox.
Oh yeah, Brian.
He's a
Actor.
great
It's an actor. Yeah, Brian Cox is
Great,
great.
great actor, but
But you
yeah,
don't want to look like that guy.
no. You ever seen a movie called what was it, Red Dog?
Sounds familiar.
With Brian Cox. It's basically like he's an old man and he has a dog that's like really old and these teenagers kill it. And all he wants is an apology and they won't apologize, so he ends up killing them all.
Brian Cox has always looked old. He's just one of those actors, every time you see him, he looks old.
Yeah.
It is funny. There's like a certain amount of actors that literally like you see them and they don't get really good until they get older.
Yeah.
Like Bryan Cranston. Like Malcolm in the Middle. It's like, did you ever see that happening into Breaking Bad? No. It's like it wasn't until he got a bit older. George Clooney became way cooler than when he got older.
Yeah. He was, I mean, as a comedic actor, he was great in Malcolm in the Middle. He was really funny.
Yeah.
He definitely stretched his acting chops, but it's just a completely different type of character.
Yeah. Like, no one would have saw him as a leading man, like, doing films in Malcolm in the Middle. But now that he's older, people, like, take him really seriously.
Yeah. It's a creepy Rob Zombie actor again. He's got. If you've seen Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, which I love, by the way, the beginning, he's got a pretty memorable scene at the beginning.
Who is the?
Is there anything memorable about that film?
I love Rob Zombie.
Who's the main villain in
in
Halloween 2? Who's the
Michael Myers.
Oh, Michael Myers. Okay, that's exactly. Yeah, sorry, I
The
forgot.
main villain in that film is Rob Zombie.
That's Rob Zombie for directing the film. Very nice, Brad. You get 2 points.
The main villain in that film is Rob Zombie.
That was great.
Halloween, Brian.
Very nice. You get 10 points.
When you pick on
10
Halloween,
points, I'll take it.
10 points.
Lee fights back when you pick on the mighty.
That line had that Brian stank all over it.
The original John Carpenter Halloween is a classic.
Carpenter.
The Rob Zombie Halloween is a piece of crap.
Rubbish.
Rubbish. It's proper rubbish, it is.
It shouldn't have been called Halloween, I'll say that, but it's a completely different brand. You know what I mean?
I just want to know why I was trying to do a British accent then.
John Carpenter.
Sounded more Boston.
Yeah, it did have a little bit of Boston twang on it, didn't it? Carpenter. Park the car.
Have it yet?
Park the car.
Pearls? More pearls?
Because impervious to psychotherapy.
Pearls.
Dear God, Brian, you can't pick movies anymore.
Hey, I picked a franchise. I didn't pick a movie, I picked a franchise, and you guys agreed with it.
I don't remember we're agreeing.
Yeah.
The idea sounded cool at the time.
I got a good idea for the next commentary. I'll talk to you guys off the chat, though. But, screw it, I'll say it here. Why not?
Screw it.
Yeah.
Why don't we, for the next 4
Peter
commentaries, we'll each pick one.
Where's Peter gone?
He said screw it, he couldn't take it anymore.
Are we on his channel?
Yeah, that's a good point, CP.
If Peter's gone, then are we on the channel?
Are we in another dimension?
We're still live. We're still live.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
Yeah, it says live at the top right.
But where are we live? If there's no Peter, how are we live on his channel?
Okay.
Rob Zombie.
Zombie. Guys, quick, get your talking in now.
Scallywag.
Oh, man.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
Why? Why would you have nearly half a film devoted
Pearl?
to telling you how Michael Myers became a psychopath? When the whole thing
That's the
with
first one.
the first Halloween film, the original, the John Carpenter one, like, you don't need to know all that stuff because it's scary.
I agree with you. I don't like the first Rob Zombie movie. I like the second one.
It's funny, Rob Zombie wanted to make you understand the villain. And it's just like, no.
Let's make him like a Rob Zombie character.
Don't empathize with the guy he's supposed to be
No, you
afraid
don't
of.
want to do that. Hey, there's Peter.
Hey, the guy...
A spider just literally came down from my ceiling, just like literally like hanging
No.
down right in front of me. It's just like, what the hell?
That's
Hello?
crazy, Brian.
Hey,
Did you guys lost me completely there? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, your channel's in absolute disarray.
Yep.
I was gonna say, are we dead on my channel? Is that what
Well,
happened?
since you left, we had access to your channel, so we deleted a bunch of your videos.
Awesome.
And we put up a bunch of unicorns. Your main picture is now a unicorn.
That'd be cool.
And Brian's killing spiders.
We're live right now, still though. Apparently.
Yeah, we're good. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Hope
so
you
the
enjoyed your
film's-
pee break.
Is the film still going? Because I paused it.
Yeah, but it's still retarded too.
Yes. Yes, we're tying a rope around
Yeah.
another dog moment.
Okay.
it's
Hey.
like proper, just
Another horse.
let's
A great way to
let's
connect
just
it.
proper turn it into a slasher film. This is like, we
Yeah.
are now full on.
We're full on slasher.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's American Psycho without the fun.
yeah.
Yep.
Lithuanian Psycho.
Yep.
Lithuanian Psycho.
I'm actually happy I can't hear it.
Me too.
Is that a scar or is that like a
It's a dimple, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wicked.
It's a Brian Johnson dimple.
He might as well burn, he might as well burn a crow shape after he kills him. It's a bad crow movie. That's what it is.
Yeah, really is.
He's the guy that kills Batman's parents in the Tim Burton Batman.
If Edward Furlong would have been Hannibal, it would have been better.
Ooh. Interesting.
If anybody would have been Hannibal, this film would have been better.
I mean, it just hit me. This plays out exactly like a bad crow movie.
It does.
Both of them? There's only 2 Crow movies, isn't there?
No,
No,
there's
there's
four.
Edward Furlong was in the
Four. There's four.
That's why I said Edward Furlong. He was in the last Crow movie. That's one of the worst movies ever.
Yeah?
There's another
he's
Crow
joking.
movie on the way as well. Doesn't his head
they
pop
keep-
off or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the thing. He likes giving people. Hannibal's got a thing for head.
Dude's got the worst teeth ever.
Zips.
He always plays a complete scumbag.
All right, you got it dead on, Brian. The cinematography, at the very least, it's notable.
Yeah. It's just a shame about the performances it's capturing on film.
It's so strange how between Red Dragon, Hannibal, and Hannibal Rising, they each have these little intricate pieces that you could, like, there's a piece. Like, you take the cast from Red Dragon, you put the cinematography from Hannibal Rising, and, shit, I don't know, what from Hannibal?
The douchebag cop being killed.
Maybe the script from Hannibal? I don't know.
Julianne Moore.
There's just so many good pieces. They're just scattered amongst the series.
They just tasted the blood.
Basically, you need the script and the cast of Red Dragon with the direction of Ridley Scott and the cinematography from this film.
Sure.
Are we leaving out Silence of the Lambs on this one, or just
Well,
like
because that's already incredible.
okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing to add to Silence of the Lambs to make it good because it's
Except the saxophone guy from Lost Boys.
well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
could have.
Nothing, Lee? Not
The
even
other
a
movies
smell?
aren't even half as good as Silence of the Lambs. You know?
Did you even hear what I said?
Yeah,
What?
it was like Lee, man.
Nothing?
There's Lee zoned out. It's just like
Lee?
I was watching the movie. I was really enthralled.
we expected more of a response after the saxophone guy remarked. To be honest.
It's sad when you throw that out there and it's like Lee just doesn't say a thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
tumbleweed blows past.
I missed a saxophone remark.
Yeah.
You did.
he said the only thing that would have made Silence of the
Damn.
Lambs better is the saxophone guy from Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Still nothing. Impressive.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Sorry.
Both their delivery sucked, apparently.
I think that moment's past now, isn't it?
Okay, so who here would just be like, okay, forget the killing and go with the hot Asian ant?
I would.
I would. I'm sorry. It's like I'm gonna go be a doctor and like live happily ever after with my incredibly hot Asian aunt.
Yeah.
Can I kill a really rich guy?
She's pretty. She's got money.
I mean, if Monty Hall presented those two options to me,
Yeah,
I think I'd take the.
I would take him.
She's pretty.
It's funny.
Make
Do you
a
know?
deal.
Do you know who I saw today? Do you know who hosts Let's Make a Deal Now?
Oh no, I was thinking of
Because
the other game show. What? Who is it? Who is it?
Monty Hall was Let's Make a Deal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wayne Brady. From
Oh yeah, I knew
Who's Line Is It
that.
Anyway. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't know that. I saw it today. I was like, that's weird. So I'm like,
Mhm.
that's kind of sad, but all right.
Wayne Brady. Have you seen the Dave Chappelle skit with Wayne Brady?
Yeah. It's like, no one's afraid of Wayne Brady. White people love
He
Wayne
shoots him
Brady.
he shoots him in the leg.
Yeah. Who you
Monty
tell-
Hall's
Wayne
actually still
Brady
alive.
did? What? What'd you
Monty
say,
Hall
CB?
is actually still alive.
Is he really?
He's 94.
Holy crap.
Who?
What
Monty
deal is he?
Hall.
Monty Hall?
He must have made a deal. That's all I'm saying.
This movie is so bad that CP would rather look up Monty Hall than watch it. That's when you know a movie's bad.
I just knew that information, Lee, that's all. I'm a big Monty Hall fan.
How old is Richard Dawson? Tell us that now.
He's dead.
Oh, he's not old then. He's just dead.
I watched the Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut last night. Have you guys seen it yet?
No, I did not.
I'm halfway through it. Halfway through it at the moment.
All I've seen from it literally is the Batman scene where he goes to rescue Martha, and it's like more violent and stuff, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Is it rearranged, Lee? I feel like they rearranged it.
Maybe a little bit, but at the end of it, I was like, those scenes are nice, but then you got a 3-hour movie. So, I don't know. I think I
So
actually
you're-
prefer the theatrical cut.
Oh, you're like the first person.
Ugh.
I've heard, most people
Yeah.
I've heard say.
I think I am the first person to say that, but me and my
But you
son
also-
were watching it together last night, and my son actually was the first to say it. He was like, I think I like the theatrical cut better. And I was like, I think you're right. I think you do.
Mm-mm.
I know.
But
I know.
you're one of the only people I know that literally thinks it's one of the best movies he's seen all year.
Mm.
So,
Fair
so
point.
you're like, I like the movie I saw. I don't need this extra crap, you know. It's like-
Yeah.
I know.
I think that's part of the problem. It was one of my favorite movies of the year, so it's already perfect in my eyes, even though it's not perfect.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I get you.
Hey, kind of creepy that Hannibal's drawing in this little girl with the cherry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially since he's going
What
to
are
kill
they trying
him.
to tell us here?
Don't take candy from strangers. They could be.
Well, now
Flushing
he's
and
speaking
so on.
in German that I can't see because the thing. Oh, it's a song. Es
Yeah,
hat
they sing the songs in German. That's all they would say.
Purper ein Mantelhain
Just
Where's
back on the.
Natalia? What's that?
I was just going to say, I know that Rami,
Loves.
actually prefers the theatrical cut. To
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what he said on.
Yeah,
So that's
I
two
posted
people.
a comment on Facebook about it. I said, yeah, here's an unpopular opinion. I think I prefer the theatrical. And I don't know if he flat out said that he preferred it, but he said he still likes the theatrical cut very much. Obviously, he did anyway, but
But he also thinks.
I think the ultimate cut was inflated so much that it couldn't be as good as I thought it was going to be. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
Like everybody made it out to be, oh, we have a perfect movie now, when it's not that at all. I don't think.
Well, you thought it was perfect to begin with, so.
Yeah, exactly.
The only place it could
Now it's
go is down.
If it's perfect and you add another 30 minutes to it, then it's 3 hours.
We've got places to be. That's what it is.
Lee, do you think? Because like I know Ram thinks it should be nominated for an Oscar for cinematography. Would you agree with that?
I do like the cinematography in it, but I don't know about an Oscar because it's it's the same cinematography all the way through. So it's Snyder cinematography, you know?
Yeah, which looks nice.
I do love the cinematography. Don't get me wrong, but no, I don't think. Is it like Revenant? No.
Yeah.
You know, that's great cinematography.
I think
Will they ever get out of Germany?
I think that what I don't know that they do now, to be honest.
Does this whole movie take place like in the 40s? Like what is going on?
It takes place.
Yeah.
Well, it takes place after World War II, obviously. So he had to. So it must have taken place in the 50s, at least.
Well, World War II ended in 45. So
Yeah, but he was a kid. He was a kid when it ended.
you were a kid when it ended.
I wasn't born when it ended. It's not a sword. You're not a sword. Okay.
I wanted to be an idiot with a comeback. That's
Yeah.
all.
Here's the
I don't usually
reason
like
I
movies that
wouldn't
have
give.
mostly Germans and Russians.
What a Wait, does the movie have Germans and Russians? Yeah, I don't want to watch it.
Same thing.
But it's not subtitled. Oh, okay, that's all right then.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Call it what you want.
He's
but it's just,
Lithuanian.
I can't
Don't
get
be
into
racist.
it.
Racism?
Lithuanian. He's Lithuanian. Not the
Yeah,
same.
Lithuanians.
Not
That's
the
worse.
Yeah. I don't like those
Pakistan.
movies with Lithuanians in it. Because there's a lot of
It's
those.
like
out
all
there.
the characters are like those type characters.
Racists.
It's like as if
Indiana Jones gets it
these
right.
bad guys weren't made out to be evil enough. It's like they have to push it that little bit further and make them sex traffickers.
Oh yeah.
It's just like how can we possibly make these guys any more despicable? Let's make them sex traffickers.
See, I'm
You
thinking
can make.
No, go ahead.
You could make a movie about their childhoods, and it would be more interesting than Hannibal's.
Yeah. Now, I find it interesting that they're sex traffickers, but like technically, I think if they were this bad of people, they probably would have killed the boy and ate him and done terrible things to the little girl.
Yeah.
If they're that bad of guys, I'm thinking that's what they would have done. They wouldn't have killed
That's the thing movies get so wrong. Is like a guy like that in real life, he would just, be the worst human being ever. But in movies, he doesn't kill. He just like torments you.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Do you know what I find interesting about this?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Zero.
Let me take your joke, CP.
Zero.
Just
Howard
going
Stern
back
fans would get that reference.
Going back to your question, Peter, before about the cinematography on Batman v Superman and does it deserve an Oscar?
Yeah.
For me, cinematography needs to do more than just look beautiful. It also needs to play into the psychology of the characters and things like that.
Yeah.
And like Zack Snyder, I love Zack Snyder. I love his films. I think they do look beautiful, but you sit there watching them going, "Oh, that looks awesome," but it doesn't necessarily feed into the psychology of the characters. Like, you can look at a film that was shot by, who's the guy, Roger Deakins. You can look at a film that was shot by Roger Deakins, and like you can see the way a scene is lit plays into the psychology of a character, or plays into the psychology of that scene, the emotion of that scene. Whereas I don't think Snyder shoots like that. He just makes it look beautiful, which is fine. But,
The only exception to that rule is if it has Batman, Chuck Norris, or Jesus.
If you got all three in the film, that's a winner. That wins Oscar automatically.
It's an automatic Oscar. There's no voting going on.
It's just which one of them picks it up. That's a good question. Oh man!
But like for me, like going back to It Follows. It Follows to me has Oscar-worthy cinematography in it.
That's a great example.
Because the way it's shot is so well thought out.
Yeah.
It's not just like you could shoot that like you'd shoot any other movie, but they've literally thought about how they're going to shoot each scene, and the way it's shot in wide shots a lot, it feeds into that element of fear that anything could jump out.
Yeah, the tension. It builds. It does. Ed Fellows does a really great job of building tension through shots, like through the characters too, but just through some they'll show. I was watching a thing about it. They were showing like just the outside of houses and stuff like that, and like the way they were filming it and stuff. It's like it literally builds tension without having to show people for some of the shots it does.
It's very very deliberate positioning of cameras.
Yeah, exactly like where they're going to put it.
Lighting. And that to me is what makes Oscar-winning cinematography.
But it didn't win an Oscar. So.
No, should have done. But.
Yeah, did you know that people that don't like It Follows are morons?
I've heard that. Same people usually that hate the Babadook.
Yeah.
I just watched that fairly recently.
I know you did. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was a little surprised, Brian, man. I thought you'd give it a higher score.
I do find that most of them like Adam Sandler movies, though.
Yeah.
So
that Adam Sandler, he makes great movies.
I sure did laugh.
You know what I like about him? It's just he's so comfortable because every film is exactly the same. So it just makes me feel like I'm visiting home again.
I like how in every movie he plays Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's really good at playing Adam Sandler. I think he's got that down. I don't know how he does it. Like, it's just amazing. But the practice he puts into playing, the commitment to the craft.
It's like he's been playing that character his whole life.
Yeah, I don't know. I hear even offset, he likes to be called Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he's a method actor.
He's a method actor. He's a complete method actor. He commits to that, man. He has his kids called Adam Sandler.
People will tell him off camera, could you stop being Adam Sandler?
And he's like, what are you talking about? I am Adam Sandler.
I'd have loved to have seen Adam Sandler playing Hannibal in Hannibal Rising.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Him doing his little. I like
how he demands everybody on the set to call him Adam Sandler.
Yeah. And then he would have gone. He's like as he's about to kill the person. He would have gone. I wish you would have told me that yesterday. Kill him.
If he was Hannibal, he'd be like, "I'm gonna eat you."
I'm gonna eat you all up.
By the way, that was a horrible Adam Sandler impersonation.
That was, but I
just need to get that out there.
It took Adam Sandler a long time to impersonate himself. So
if I would have been Arnold Schwarzenegger, that would have been a better Adam Sandler impersonation than what I just did.
Oh yeah, we're watching Hannibal Rising. I totally forgot about that.
He's
got a needle in his.
Does this guy just get left in the tank and they never go back to him after this scene? It's like you assume he dies, but
I'm sorry, hold on. Lee said that. What did you say, Lee? That people that don't like
It follows.
It follows and the Babadook are morons.
I said
Yeah.
Babadook.
Can you explain why you have both The Boy and X-Men Apocalypse ranked higher than 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Hold on.
And Deadpool.
That is my best. That is my best to worst list. If you
So
look
it's
at that,
backwards?
all those movies are from best to worst. That's not all movies that I liked in 2016.
So
I
so you
thought
have The
Deadpool was
Boy ranked higher than 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I liked The Boy. I did. Is it? It follows.
Higher than 10 Cloverfield Lane?
Here's something you don't want to hear very often. I liked The Boy.
I liked it.
Things taken out of context.
Oh,
I
man.
liked The Boy.
I'm so gonna download this video later and use that clip in the.
Yes.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna download this, and that's gonna be my ringtone. I like The Boy.
I like The
I
Boy.
like The Boy. I like The Boy. I like The Boy.
You guys didn't like The
Use it
Boy?
in court.
I don't know. I
Not
haven't
more
seen
than
The
10
Boy.
Cloverfield Lane.
I haven't seen it.
This
Yeah,
tank
Tim
that Hannibal's
Cloverfield
got
just
this
didn't-
guy in.
Yeah.
This
Anything.
tank that Hannibal's got this guy in. It's
Brian.
Yeah.
lit and everything. It makes me think of X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah.
Wolverine's gonna pop up any second.
Yeah, and he's even wearing the Wolverine vest.
Would you rather
He's
watch
even got the
this,
same muscles as
or
Hugh
would
Jackman.
would you rather watch this, or would you rather watch X-Men?
X-Men Origins, easy. At least that's entertaining. It may be disjointed.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
I'll tell
The
you what.
beginning, it's
This guy's
Go ahead,
cheek
Stevie.
makes me feel like he's always up to something no good because he's got
because
that
he's
permanent.
Hannibal.
He's got that permanent.
Yeah.
Kind of
They actually-
smile.
I'm a badass.
Little known fact.
Yeah.
When he got cast, they said, "Listen, you don't look sinister enough. Would you mind if we just cut your cheek? Because it'll make you look
Yeah.
sinister for the whole thing." And he was like, "Do I have to?" And they're like, "Yeah." He did it. Yeah. It's
Like,
behind the scenes. I watched the commentary. It was good.
I'm going to give Anton Yelchin a little shout out here. When you watch Terminator 4, you see Anton Yelchin pick up some of Bean's, like his mannerisms and the way he says
does,
things.
yeah. Yep.
Because
Yeah.
he's playing a younger version of that that
Because
character.
Anton Yelchin's a much better actor than this guy.
Right, but like you
Yeah.
would think, like, dude, you have 3 films to chew on here. Just try to
Was that a
adopt some of it. Like, I don't
cannibal
know.
joke thrown in there?
Chew on?
is it?
Yeah, 3 films to chew on. You know what that's
You almost
called?
got serious there for a
That's
second.
called synergy right there. That's it's like we're making jokes about Hannibal and cannibalism at the same time. Mass hysteria.
Dogs and cats living together.
Live together. Mass hysteria. Exactly.
You can't make that joke. That's sexist.
Oh, good grief. There's another 40 minutes of this left.
Oh,
Dude, you picked this movie.
Yeah, Brian.
I could watch an episode of X-Files in this time.
This is all on you.
What's next? The Room? Actually, The Room would be a
I still haven't seen The Room.
oh,
me neither, Peter. I need to see
know.
the room.
I haven't seen it. I was actually going to watch it one night, and you were like, "Oh, it's not really fun to watch." And I was like, "Oh, I'm not in the mood to watch a boring movie."
that would
So I
be
didn't
a
watch it.
festival. An absolute festival.
Yeah, no, I didn't get to see it yet. But I did get to see 10 Cloverfield Lane last week.
Woohoo.
That's finally,
Guys.
I finally got to see that.
On,
Who
on,
knew it
the
was about
live,
aliens?
on the live YouTube, there's only 3 people watching, and I'm guessing
I
they're
think
us.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still going live, because I clicked on it.
It's
And-
still live. We're still on
Is
there.
it? Yeah, but mine's just spiraling. I can't get it. And I put, "Hey, are we still live, guys?" in the chat, and no one's responded to me.
Well,
So I don't
I'll
know if we're
respond.
actually.
Because nobody cares.
Yeah,
No one cares. Everyone's given up, and I can't blame them because look at what we're watching.
I mean,
Like-
Patrick was in it to start. I'm not sure if he was watching this with us or.
Even Patrick's like, "Man, Twilight was better than this. I can't we can't sit here through this."
It's tough, man. I'm
It's 4
I'm
months
I'm
just
struggling
talking
here,
about
guys.
You're not the only one.
You know what this film needs, Lee?
Hey, Patrick's still watching.
What?
Patrick's still watching. He just commented.
Oh, okay. You know what this film needs? It needs some layers.
It does. It really needs a lot of layers.
This would be a better film if it had layers.
He's a saxophone guy too.
You trying to tell me this film's not got
It
layers?
is a saxophone.
It's not got layers. It's missing some
It's
layers.
just the guy's face has got.
Oh,
layers.
Patrick
That's
is
it.
there. There we go.
Oh man, this is dull.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Again, you
Brian.
picked it. That's all I'm gonna say, Brian. You
Will
always.
you just shut up? I did not
Shut up!
pick it.
Shut up!
Shut it!
Will you just shut up?
Can you say that again? Can you say that again, Brian? But do it as Jason Statham.
Pissed off.
It's all.
Do it. Come on, just do it as Jason.
Shut up!
Thank you, Brian. I forgive you now. No, I don't, because this is just terrible.
Hey, we all agreed on the franchise. You wanted
No,
to
you
do
suggested
you
the
wanted to-
franchise. I went,
No.
okay, I'll do anything to hang out with you guys. 'Cause I'm not-
Rubbish.
you know.
Rubbish.
Wow, since we
Suggested
did
the
a commentary
franchise
on a
and you
great
said,
movie.
yeah, man. Hey?
Huh?
What?
You notice that, guys? It's been a
What?
while since we did a commentary on a great movie.
Yeah, like, you know,
Silence of the
Silence of the
Lambs.
Lambs. Ever since Silence of the Lambs, we haven't done a good one.
3 movies since then. Red Dragon was alright. It wasn't a bad film. It wasn't a classic, but it wasn't a
I love when
bad
no one
film.
said anything. We all just sat there and just, nope, not saying anything.
Are we going to see this
Yeah.
kid fall down again? Oh, we do. We're seeing the
Wait a
kid
minute.
fall down again.
We haven't gotten to that part yet.
Oh, well, when you do, just watch how badly acted it is. But it's just like so many times footage is repeated in this film. We keep flashing back
Yeah.
to.
Oh yeah, that little boy died in 1944.
Oh,
Yeah, that is a bad
man.
fall down. That is bad.
This line of dialogue that comes after, what he is now, there is no word for it, except monster.
That would make it a word.
You said, so there's one word for it,
Yeah.
is what
There's
you
no word
say.
for it.
Yeah.
Hold on. I
Except
just
monster.
came up with them.
Yeah.
Psychopath. Oh wait a minute, that's 2 words for it. Never mind.
How about How about saying that there's only one word for it, monster? No, there is no word for it,
No word for it.
except monster.
Oh, I just thought of one. Hold on. Monster.
Yeah, it's just really bad dialogue.
Kid. Wow, am I that far behind you?
Yeah, the kid just fell for me,
Yeah.
too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Blimey. All right. Well, me and Peter
Okay.
will pause for a bit.
I'll
Let
pause.
us know.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah, CP, we got this.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
time are you up to? 2 hours, 10 minutes? Is that what you're up to?
Yeah, that's.
How dare you rewind?
133.
Right. They're kissing. basically.
Yeah, they're,
Yeah, that's what I'm at.
Wait,
Gong Li and
133.
Hannibal are kissing.
27.
Gong-
Is that what you said?
yeah,
Gone.
they're kissing.
Yeah, Gong Li and Hannibal are kissing. So
Tell me when you get there. When
Is
they're
she
kissing.
new?
No, sadly.
right, they stopped kissing now. They stopped kissing. We're past that. They're not kissing anymore.
133.30. I have.
All right, close enough. Go.
Yeah. Fuck it.
1:30. Just gone to 1:30 now.
They're breathing heavily. Again,
Just
just.
ask this.
Huh?
I don't know.
What?
What
Say, like, he
Once more.
Exactly.
constantly has this face.
Stop, Lee. Stop. Stop. Stop.
Stop for a
Stop. Stop. Stop.
Just smelled a fart or something.
That was the first time I watched Pulp Fiction. It was at like a late night thing at like 3 in the morning, and we were trying to be quiet. We couldn't hear anything, and Christopher Walken comes on screen, can't hear a thing, and then everyone be quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, and he hit it up his ass. That's exactly what. And we're like, what did we miss? That's what just happened to me.
All we heard from you then, Lee, was that smell of fart.
Oh man, that was great. Yeah, it was like, stop,
Damn.
stop. No, okay, he's gonna keep going. Smell like a fire.
Smell like a fart.
Oh man, that was great.
Man.
Yeah, that's
Right, guys.
what.
Patrick Holmes in
Yeah.
the chat is asking who won the giveaway.
No one. We haven't given it away,
No
Patrick.
one.
Since you're the only one watching, if you
no,
can answer,
Whoa.
fine, go ahead. We're on my channel, bitches. Sorry.
So what do you have to give away on your channel, Peter?
I take it back.
Right. CP, just do what you want. Roll with it.
Yeah.
Set the standard.
Well,
Ask a really hard question. Really
Yeah,
hard.
I'd like somebody to answer a question that relates to all 3 episodes. Or
Which movie sucks the most?
Okay,
You know.
which of the Hannibal Lecter films didn't have a douchebag cop in it? That's not the official question, by the
No.
way.
But it would be Hannibal Rising, because it's the only less douchebag up.
Right.
Ask any question you want, CP. And we'll give it to Patrick, because he's the only one.
It seems like he's going to be the one.
Lee is gone. Do you have a good question, CP?
Not right now. I wasn't thinking of it. Are they arguing? Turn it up, Lee.
Lee's in trouble. That's why it's really important to mute your microphone when you leave the room.
I guess I don't have that problem.
Oh, this film is so bad.
2 hours and 10 minutes. They're drunk.
Thankfully, 10 minutes of that is the credits.
10 minutes worth of credits? Seriously?
Well, 8.5 minutes was the credits.
Yeah, but you got to stay for the after scene where Hannibal goes.
To set up the Hannibal cinematic universe?
Yeah. He's standing there with the Japanese mask going, eh?
I love how it just does not tell you how he got in that shower at all.
Yeah, I know. He's just there.
He's just there. He couldn't have come out a bit sooner when that guy was like molesting that woman.
Of course not. Why is
This
he
difference
shit
is so
in his
bad.
chest anyways?
Do we know why? Like seriously, why did they want to make this movie? Is it De Laurentiis just wanting to carry?
Yeah, I think they're like
Just
money.
money.
Yeah.
The other ones made
Money, baby.
Regardless of whether it would make
That's all
sense
around.
or if it's good, the others made
Yeah.
money. Hannibal's a character you can bank on.
But I feel
can
like
make
it's
some
more
money on this.
Anthony Hopkins than anything.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I'm sure they went to Thomas Terrace and said, hey, do you think you can write something interesting that we could, oh, sure I could, no problem. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the book that this is based on was literally written
for
like
this.
the film rights were sold before the book was even written. It was literally
So this was written for the film, basically. It was
Harris wrote the book so that they could do
They
another
could make the
film,
movie.
and he stipulated that he would get to write the script for it.
They should
again,
do reverse award that he gets adapted screenplay only backwards for the book.
yeah. Yeah, there should be a source material Oscar. Where it's like, but no.
Why is he using a gun too? Like
And Red
seriously?
Dragon wasn't even a big hit. I'm surprised
No,
they
it wasn't.
Exactly. Like anything past what Hannibal really doesn't really warrant any sequels.
No.
No, but they just keep pumping them out because they think they have something with the franchise. And again, It's the same reason they make sequels. Blah blah. It's a universe you know, so they figure people will just watch it because it's something. It's easy. It's characters you already know. Although again, prequels don't do that because this is how the character became that guy. But this one does a terrible job answering that.
Yep.
How does he get a southern accent? We don't freaking know.
It just drags on. It's like this should have been the ending right here when he was in that house. That should have been the climax.
That should have been
the ending.
film.
Oh.
No, he's still got to go on the whole boat and stuff.
Yeah, he goes there. He goes to that house. He confronts the main bad guy. They're all in the same house together, and it's like, and then all of a sudden it kicks off. He escapes. So we've got to have another ending in the next 20 minutes.
Well, no, then she gets kidnapped, and then tough luck, dude. You didn't watch it ahead of time. Not our problem. I don't care that I'm spoiling it for you. And guess what? He turns out to be Hannibal.
No!
Mind officially blown.
Lecter.
It'd be better if somebody else.
That's what they were hinting at with the title. This movie's all really about Hannibal and the cannibal, the one from the Silence of the Lambs. Do you remember that Silence of the Lambs film? This ties into it. It's amazing.
What a twist!
It's just
but this one's about how Hannibal rises. It's about how he
sprinkled some
rises.
yeast on him.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's different completely, is what we're saying.
But the twist was that it was actually good.
CP, your head is just like kind of
Sinking.
lower and lower and lower down.
Let's all do our heads like CP.
CP wants to do the forehead channel. CP wants this to be. That's how we're gonna do the next commentary.
Hey guys.
How's it going, guys?
Hey guys.
They were doing a commentary on.
I swear, we have to do that sooner or later. And all you see for CP is a hat. It's like he's not even there for the commentary. He's just put his hat on a dummy's head, and it's just.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
Yeah. CP's not talkative that much tonight. I don't know.
I know. You usually can't get the guy to shut up.
Yeah, he talks all the time.
CP, do you have your laptop like sitting in your lap?
I do.
Oh, okay.
He's legit. He has a laptop.
That is legit.
What?
I got mine on a stool.
I got mine on a table.
Yeah.
CP's using it to warm his lap. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
His giblies are all warm right now.
His giblets are really warm.
My little juniors are being cooked up nice and warm.
Yep.
It's gonna get better. It's his. Never mind.
My juniors are sweet.
I can't say the next line there, so I'm not gonna use that.
Okay. Oh no. Right.
Brian, quick!
Get us back
Somebody
on
say
track.
something.
I've got a question. I've got a question that we could put out there
Woohoo!
based on the films.
Okay, ask it, and then CP will say yes or no.
Right.
And then
There
Patrick
is. Other than Hannibal,
Over.
there is a character. There is a character that has appeared in all of the other films except this one.
Mm,
Who is that character? That could be the question.
We're
very
putting
good.
this out to Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick, you're the one watching.
Well, hold on. Somebody else answered correctly on the other one.
Did they?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us that already?
I
This is a
fucking
movie.
put it in the chat, you momo.
Really? I'm looking at the chat right now. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Then again, remember, I got knocked out of the
I'm
chat.
looking at it. I don't see it.
All right.
Where's it at?
Hold on.
It's not there,
I
man.
don't see it anywhere in the chat.
Do you
Where
see
is
it?
Let's bump foreheads.
Yeah.
under when somebody made this comment.
Okay, well, I lost the chat when I got knocked out, so I only see what you put since then.
No.
Now we're talking with the chat way more than we're talking with the lame movie. And you know what? It's probably more entertaining.
Well, I don't know if they answered right.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, we forgot to do it last week, so give them a week and then we'll announce it on
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Unless,
if
unless
they-
Patrick
if-
ends up being the only one. I mean,
well,
I think Patrick deserves it, and I'm going to petition for Patrick.
all right.
Patrick's
So
awesome.
I'm going to suggest giving some of your stuff away to somebody, just because.
Okay, I'm sending stuff to you. You can send it to whoever after I send it to you.
I
Okay?
just, yeah. I think if somebody got the question right, and that's what we were doing, we asked a question, somebody got it right, and if they got it right within the time frame, then it should probably go to them.
Then you should have announced on this one.
Let's,
Yeah.
we'll throw the question out there. If somebody answers, we'll give them a little bit of time. I mean, it looks
Okay.
like Patrick's on the ball, so
All right.
I mean,
Well, do you want to do that?
because the other guy answered right, person answered right, and
I don't even remember what the question was.
I don't know, if they're even that concerned because they didn't ask. Or maybe.
Sorry. I just read the line of dialogue from the guy in the thing. He goes, "What did I do to you aside from meeting your sister?" He's like, "What did I ever do to you aside from meeting your sister?" I don't know. Let me think. Nothing, I guess. I should let you go. I got to work on my Christopher Walken impression so I can do a whole commentary as Christopher Walken. The secret is the pauses. I was thinking.
No, come on, stop.
Christopher Walken.
It's so annoying.
I know. I love Christopher Walken and I can't do an impression, so I have a terrible impression. So I just do it and bother Brian.
Nothing worse than a bad Christopher Walken impersonation.
I have a disease, and the cure is more cowbell.
How's that?
That's fine.
That was good.
So, CP, are we
Thank you.
going with that question that I came up with before then? CP?
I'm looking. I'm sorry. Oh, what was the question before? Oh, the
About
police
the-
officer thing.
Yeah, there's one character that.
I like tying it into something that we did instead of
Alright.
knowing about the movie, like getting them to prove that they watched us.
What animal came on CP's channel every time we said this?
What character annoyed us the
Well, that's-
most out of all commentaries?
Yeah. What? Yeah, literally. Out of all the commentaries, which character, if we could kill them repeatedly, would we kill? I think we all could say it together.
How about two of the people on this panel really like Manhunter? Two of the people really don't. Tell us who they are.
Well, that
There you go.
what was the time that was left when you said, "Oh, geez, there's blank minutes left"?
Oh,
Yeah, but that only talks to this one.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
So then those two questions: the Manhunter reference and what did?
I like Brian's. Brian's is a
Well, yeah,
Good one.
both of them, to prove that they saw all of our commentaries.
yeah.
Because you could know something about a movie, but like to watch it with us is a different thing. Ooh, who's got thunder by them?
That's not me.
That's me. It's thundering here in Georgia.
Ah,
It's about to come down.
it's about to what?
Come down.
Sorry.
It's hotter than CP's laptop over here in Georgia.
Yeah, it is.
Is that while you're smelling the fart?
CP Jubilees.
So did the guy that played Hannibal in this movie, did he get nominated for anything?
Maybe a
couple of,
Razzie.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got a Razzie.
The douchebag award. It's just dragging. Come on. Come on.
I like
It's
Billy
been
Bob.
dragging for the whole film. I'll
Now
put
they're
the
just
gun
staring
down.
at each
Try and kill me. It's like, dude, just... We don't care. Just finish the
It's
movie.
like another scene
still
of
making-
Reese Ifans just being nasty with someone. It's like
He's
it
still
doesn't
making that same face.
Yeah.
Does not.
It's the
drive.
dumbest looking face ever.
Are you not on the barge?
It's like he's enjoying it.
No, we're not on the barge yet.
Oh man.
The guy's about to pick up the gun and Hannibal's
Yeah,
about
I'm
to
on the
kill him.
barge.
You're on the barge?
Hannibal just killed the guy.
I'm on the barge.
How are we all? You're on the
I have no
barge.
clue.
You on the narrator?
Oh, that's a cut.
Do you just watch the guy get his head cut?
Yeah, and then he turned the knife. Oh,
Yeah.
all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes all the way to the top, brings it down, and puts it back away. And...
Yeah, this is just like bad horror, is what it is. Except it's
Yeah.
not horror.
It is.
It's not horror.
Just a word.
It's bad. It's a bad thriller.
Yep.
It's just. It's a boring.
It's the Halloween resurrection of the Hannibal series.
Oh,
He sounds like they're having
Who's squeaking?
fun time on
I was moving my leg on the chair.
That's got to be Lee.
Lee normally wants to fly out of here. The fact that this movie's 2 hours and 10 minutes is really testing his patience.
It's tough. It's tough.
Lee's mind is already somewhere else.
Next time, I think we should do the Batman v Superman Ultimate Cut next time.
I'm down with that.
I'd have to get it.
I
Definitely.
I thought I
didn't
sent
you
everybody a
say
copy.
You're going on vacation. Brian,
What?
Okay.
didn't you say you're going on vacation?
No, I'm going on vacation. Brian's going to Africa.
Oh,
A week
Let's get back.
from Friday. So not this Friday, but
Yeah.
next Friday.
I go on vacation this week, and I'm away for the week, and then Brian goes away for 2 weeks when I get back. So.
Oh, okay. So we can now or a month from now doing the Batman
Smell
v
the
Superman.
Smell the fire. Smell the fire.
Ultimate.
Smell the fart.
Oh.
So I'm thinking we could fit in another commentary next Monday before we all disperse.
I'm not here.
Oh, is that when you go?
I go on Saturday. I'm on vacation from Saturday.
Right.
I will be in the doghouse if we do it next Monday.
Really?
If we're being honest.
If we're being honest, Lee, we heard your wife talking while we were waiting for you. So we understand.
Divorce isn't that bad.
Why the doghouse?
I'm still here.
Why would you be in the doghouse?
I don't know.
Wait, you can predict being in the doghouse?
I need yes.
Film is still going.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hannibal Rising.
Forgot to
Still
pause
going
it.
on.
I'm assuming you're on the barge by now, big time.
Yeah.
I paused it for far too long.
In a robe, she's tied up.
Yeah, she's about to be.
This really.
I'm gonna have to fast forward it.
The problem is, it's like
Hannibal's
killing all these people, but then he's got to save this girl, and it's like, what? Why?
It's like secret agent crap, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like
what is happening right now?
They've turned Hannibal into Liam Neeson from Taken.
Yeah, it's so
It's the same exact thing too. It's in a boat.
Yeah.
What is happening?
He's on a boat taking out a bunch of sex traffickers. This is Taken.
It is.
It is.
What is this guy's obsession with his balls?
Except his particular skills are eating people.
Yeah.
Why does he got to keep freaking
Culinary skills.
Ouch!
A very particular set of culinary skills.
You poked him in the ding-ding.
Well, that's the thing. Like earlier he was like at the beginning of the film he was like talking to the gypsy guy saying, "We should pull down your pants and look at your crotch," and then when he wanted Hannibal dead, he's like, "Take him out to this place and cut off his balls and bring them back for me." And now he's talking this thing. What is his problem? It's like, what is he just?
Oh,
he's way too interested in Hannibal's giblies.
I like that she throws her face forward after he licks her. Like she was disgusted.
Is Hannibal still making that sinister face?
He doesn't have a choice.
He's like a weird thing with a knife.
He is.
On.
Oh, ouch!
He's got like facial paralysis, and that's all he can do.
Yeah.
Gun beats.
He could be on one of those T-shirts that has like 9 different emotions and it's all the same face.
It's all the same
Threw the
thing.
gun.
Him and Kristen Stewart should get together.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be the best movie ever, man.
I'm just like, I can't tell what's going on because
both have
they're
this-
happy or sad or what.
Are they happy with each other or sad? I can't tell.
Imagine if they did a crossover between Twilight and Hannibal Rising.
That'd be good.
Hannibal
So you
Hannibal
have,
hunting twinkly vampires.
yeah, but then he would eat them and become a vampire himself, and then he'd be sparkly Hannibal, and I don't want that. I'm sparkly Hannibal Rising.
I don't want any of this.
I don't want. Yeah.
I think it would create some sort of algorithm that would cure cancer or something like that.
And then kill all the people that used it for being rude.
Oh, good grief. This is so
A
good.
village in Canada. Yay! Canada, by the way.
Jesus.
He says, near Saskatoon.
I'm going to talk to you
Regina.
some more before I kill you.
So just if anyone's watching, he calls where the guy lives Regina. It's Regina. Just saying. It rhymes with a few words. But it's called Regina. It's They say it wrong. I was all like, come on.
I'm so charity shopping this DVD as soon as we finish with this.
You could use it as a coaster.
I'm so happy I took this out of the library.
Save your coffee table.
I took it out of the library.
Cup ring.
I will never watch this again.
Make a good fridge.
No, I'm not. I will never. I didn't want to watch it now. I literally said to CP, "You think we could talk Brian into watching this?" After I saw it, I'm like, "Cause I don't know if I could handle seeing it again."
Flashback.
I love how he's biting his hand.
No, but this would be a loop in hell.
Yeah.
This would be a looped in hell, yeah.
This would definitely be a looped in hell.
Yeah. I love how he like carves her name into his chest. It's her initial.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm Batman.
Yep.
No, Hannibal, stop. He's killed all these other people. What do you care that he's freaking putting an M in his chest? You know exactly who he is. Why do you care?
She's going to kill someone in a bit. She's going to stick a knife in someone's neck.
Yeah, she kills the guy. And then she's like, don't kill him. And I'm like, you just killed the guy.
Who's the protagonist of this film? Who's the antagonist of this film?
There's just antagonists.
Why?
That's all they are. See what? She just kills a guy. Like I'll protect you, but don't kill him. The guy who wants to kill you.
Nazis.
Hannibal's the hero.
Answer, my friend.
Why Nazis?
He's blowing in the
That's why.
wind.
He might as well be
Blowing
Iron Man.
I am Hannibal, man.
Wow, that's a blade to the neck right there.
What if they got that actor to play Iron Man instead of Robert Downey Jr.?
He's got dark blood.
It would work real well. I'm sure the Marvel Cinematic Universe would have been great.
Would you?
He's still making that face.
Would you?
He doesn't have any other face. It's all he's got.
That's all he's got.
Michael Fassbender's elbow can act better than this guy.
Michael Fassbender's.
This might be the worst acting performance I've ever seen as far as range goes.
Michael Fassbender's Fassbender can act a little bit better than.
Can act better than this guy.
At least you saw him stretch and shame.
Oh, man.
Hey,
It's like his last name is a gift.
Don't kid yourself. That thing is talented, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Fast Bender.
I'm sure it was cold
He's
on
still
set.
making the face.
Yeah.
I feel like Gong Li is trying in this.
Oh, she is, but she's got nothing to work with.
She's got nothing to it at the time.
I don't blame her. I don't blame Dominic West. Dominic West gives a decent performance for what he's been forced to do.
Oh, that's sick.
I just
Yummy.
It's just a terrible movie. It's got terrible acting from the rest of the cast. It's got a terrible script. It's got terrible, like, again, it looks okay. That's what it's got going for it.
It's absolutely
Cinematography.
Can we
disjointed.
go ahead and give our ratings?
Absolutely
I want
disjointed.
a rating.
Sorry, what?
Can we go ahead and give our ratings?
I still didn't hear you, Lee. What'd you say?
Can we go ahead and give
All
our
right, so
ratings?
as it's wrapping up, we'll talk and still, since I think Lee wants to get out of here. So generally what we do is we just go around the room and say what we think about it, and so we'll start with Brian. Brian, what are your thoughts on the film?
Well, let Lee go if Lee's gonna.
No. I'll go last. Go ahead.
Okay, well,
Something could happen here that could change your mind, you know.
well, yeah,
No.
the best ending in the world. Look, it's just like, I saw this a couple of nights ago in prep for this. I knew right then on that first viewing that, you know, bearing in mind this was the first time I'd ever seen it, I knew right then, yeah, this is the worst one of the franchise. But I've kind of had the same effect with this film that I had with Hannibal, which is that, yeah, I felt it was bad, but, you know, not unwatchable. Yet, as soon as I've watched it with you guys, it suddenly becomes even more evident just how bad it is. You know, I did kind of give it a little mini review on my Letterboxd Sundays this week,
Yeah,
and I think I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. But yeah,
Wow.
but that's seriously changed. That's seriously gone down. I'd give this a 3 out of 10. Like, yeah, I do think there's some genuinely good cinematography in here. I do think Gong Li, despite how little she has to work with, still proves that she is a decent actress. But this film sucks balls of the highest order. It just takes a character that is just a great villain, an iconic villain, who should be in bit parts, should be a supporting character in a film that has a bigger overarching story, and by making him the main character, by trying to give him this sob story, this backstory about a traumatized childhood, and that it just diminishes any threat that they built up with this guy through Silence of the Lambs and beyond. Yeah, this film stinks in every way that a film can stink. That being said, I've sat through it twice now, so I can't say that it's unwatchable. For me, 1 out of 10 is unwatchable. I can't quite bring myself to give it a 1 out of 10. So, yeah, I'd say a 3 out of 10. I'm never going to watch this again, though. Next.
Me.
Go, CP. You can.
I will give it the score that it invoked in me, and that's a deuce. It is a big number 2. Yes, out of 10. Nobody does 5, Peter. We don't do 5s, only you.
A turd out of 10.
Yeah, a big
third
dookie.
out of 10.
You give it turd points.
I never saw it, and didn't really care to watch it.
Pile of deuce.
Yeah. Next. Is someone else going to go?
All right, so that's yours.
Yeah.
You want me to go next? Okay.
Is everyone breaking up, or is it just me?
No, I'm going to give it a 1.5 out of 10. It's horrible. I mean, it's so bad, man. I can't. If you gave me $5 if I could watch this movie, I wouldn't do it. It's bad. It's just I pretty much summed it up, though. Like every thought that Brian just had is exactly what I was thinking. It diminishes the Hannibal as a character. It's every character has zero life whatsoever. They're caricatures. They're horrible. It's a bad Crow movie. It turns into a slasher movie or revenge. It's everything that a Hannibal movie should not
It's
A Hannibal movie
disjointed.
should be a character study.
There's no art.
Yeah, it's disjointed. It's soulless. It's just 1.5. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there you have those guys. Me, it's like 1.52. Like, it's around 2. The performance. I agree with Brian that the cinematography is nice in parts, and that the performances from like what is her name again, Brian? I forget.
Gong
Gong
Li.
Li and Dominic Gong Li and Dominic West, I think, gives a decent performance. Everyone else is terrible. Literally, just it's an awful movie. It's not Hannibal. It's not the character we know. And if that's what Thomas Harris thinks he was, then I'd just prefer to just believe that Silence of the Lambs is the only one worth watching. And
All right.
Yeah?
You've gone dead, Peter.
He's gone to Platt.
what?
You went dead. You disappeared on us.
Did I really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything I said?
Yeah. You got to if that was the character Thomas Harris we all thought he was, then you'd rather just stick with Silence of the Lambs, and then you kind of went dead.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, like 1.5 or 2, like out of 10. It's terrible. I'm glad we're done. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's a good film to be done.
Really looking forward to us getting back to separate individual films. I'm not sure we'll be doing a franchise again anytime soon, because
anytime soon.
it was a real slog. Unless we can find a franchise where we love every film in it, then
Or at least 50% of them. Jeez.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think it was a good idea.
Before we go out, each of us just rank in order the Lecter series. So, CP, why don't you go first?
Silence of the Lambs.
Clearly.
Red Dragon. Hannibal Manhunter. Hannibal Rising.
All right. Lee?
Silence of the Lambs, Manhunter, Red Dragon, Hannibal, and then Hannibal Rising is like under my house.
It's in China.
My order's exactly the same as Lee's, so.
Mine would be I'd just flip yours with Red Dragon. So it's like Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, Manhunter, Hannibal, and then Hannibal Rising is just like, I don't know why. Again, it was made for money. It was if like we still have the original film. That's the thing, right? Like that's why I with all the reboots and prequels and all this stuff, you still have the original material. They can't touch that, and I like that. But it does not add like anything to the franchise at all. It takes away from it as much as it possibly can. So, yeah.
For me, it's just.
So that's it.
I will watch Silence of the Lambs again. I will watch Manhunter again. I will possibly watch Red Dragon again. No interest in Hannibal, and I've certainly no interest in this garbage. So, yeah.
I would watch. The only one I would ever watch again, really, I think, is at this point is Silence of the Lambs. And I think maybe like I'll show that to my girls and stuff when they're older. But other than that, I think I'm quite fine never to see any of the rest of the Hannibal stuff again. I've had my fill of it, and I'm quite like, even though I don't like I like Manhunter and I think Red Dragon's decent enough, but I just don't need it. I think the only one really worthy of the character is Silence of the Lambs. So,
Right.
anybody else want to say anything?
In regard to
Sign
No,
off.
thanks for
CP.
this. I finished the whole series. We wrapped it up, and yeah, it was cool though.
Lee, what did you do to your hair to make it look
CP,
like a
got
candy
anything?
shell?
Make it look like what?
A candy shell.
What'd you say?
It's hair gel.
Are you saying Lee has Lego hair?
Lee's hair is always like an M&M. It's so perfectly round.
It's like Lego hair. You think you can?
Yeah, it
snap
is like
on
Lego
and-
hair.
I don't put hair gel all
He
over.
just pops it off and just. Meow, meow.
Yeah.
Lee can wear an afro. Just like give him 2 seconds to take that off. Put
It just
an
pops
afro
that
on
off.
there.
Hair's always just so perfectly clean and just.
Yeah.
Well, he just got a haircut.
That's what I got.
So,
But it always,
if
he always
anyone's
has a little
watching
wave.
still,
I got the Ace
if anyone's
Ventura
watching
hair.
still, I wanna say thank you for watching this on my channel. It's been nice doing. This is my first live thing that I've done with other people. I did with other people. I did a 22 question tag last week. This is the first thing I've done with other people on my channel ever. So these guys, if you haven't checked them out, if you're watching my channel and you're a regular on my channel, and you don't know these guys, Brian Lomax, CP, and Lee are they're three of my best friends on YouTube. And yeah, I check their channel out. I'm going to put their links below. I'm actually going to remember to do that for once, and put links to their channels. And yeah, thanks for watching. And we're